Hi there, Jacqui Ashley here, and today I want to share with you 5 tips to help you to tame your inner critic, or as I would say, it's the itty bitty shitty committee. So excuse my language, but I'm going to give you some 5 tips. And the first one really is to acknowledge your thought and really listen to your inner voice, really catch on what's actually coming in and what you're saying to yourself, because acknowledgement really is the first step to change. And remember, the thought is just a thought. Okay, now the next step is, how do you respond to negative emotions or negative thoughts? The first is to realize that you don't actually have to agree with what's coming in. You can actually say that, no, I don't agree to what this is. Okay. So, for example, let's say I'm saying to myself, yeah, I'm making heaps of mistakes. I'm making heaps of mistakes. Actually, it's not that I'm making heaps of mistakes. I can also change, not just to say that, look, I'm not making heaps of mistakes. I make the one mistake. But here's the other thing is, you know what? This actually mistake, I'm actually learning to grow. This is actually, having mistakes allows me to be able to grow and learn more things, right? Um, so really think about how how you are responding to these negative thoughts, because if you choose to believe it and if you choose to acknowledge that it is what it is, then it's going to win. So the thing is to really just ask the self, well, what is it? What does this mean? That's the next tip. The next is ask the question, what else could this mean? What is the alternative meaning to this? Okay, because the meaning, the thing is, when we um, when we create a perception, we think of a perception, we perceive, we have a message that's come through to our brain, right? And then we make a perception of it. It's through that perception we then create a meaning, and then we feel. With that feeling, we feel a certain way, and then we behave. So we then behave as, or create a certain action through it. So ask yourself, what actually could this really mean? One, is it true? Or could this actually mean something else? And when you do that, you actually loosen your grip on what you think it means to you in a negative way. And so then it allows you to be a bit more flexibility. So when you're the people that survive are the ones that are most flexible. So if you're able to change that meaning, you're able to adapt and be open-minded and think differently about that meaning, you can change that meaning, right? Or change that thought, then you can then change the way you feel and therefore your actions. So asking the question, what could this also mean? Or what does this mean to me? Okay. The next tip I want to mention is have self compassion. Okay. Realize that we are only human beings. We're not perfect. Okay. We all have flaws. We're all very unique. Yeah. We are not perfect. And it's about taking imperfect actions and using and actions that allow us to continue to improve and improve on ourselves. So we need to be really kind on ourselves. Refer back to our goals. Look at our what is it that we need to do now in order for us to move forward, to allow us to move forward. Okay. So when you do that, then you refocus yourself. You refocus yourself and you let go of focusing on that particular critique. Okay. So having self-compassion and realizing that it's okay. um, you don't have to be perfect. All right. So the next tip I want to mention is practice self-care. It's really, really important because we all have busy lives. Some of you may have children, you're running a business and you have children. You're running a business, you have young children, you're running a business, you have older children. You could be running a business, you have no children, and you could be caught up with having a busy life. Or you just have a very busy life working on your own career as well. So Practicing self-care really allows you to spend time on focusing on you. So how do we practice self-care? Things like tools like practicing meditation, because meditation is a great tool to also to tame your inner critic, because what it does is it allows you to really just sit there and notice what's coming through and then reflect and let it go. Meditation also is proven to really help you to increase your focus as well, and decrease the cortisol uh, hormone, which is the stress hormone. So, practicing mindfulness tools like meditation every day for the morning or the evening. So, when we're talking about meditation, let's have a look at your morning ritual and your evening ritual as part of your self care. You know, what are you doing in the morning, and what are some of the rituals that you can adopt in the evening that's going to help you to also be grounded, be centered. You know, go in the morning. What I like to do is I do a meditation for 5 minutes, and then I get into gratitude. I think about all the things that I'm grateful for, and then I start off the day. I end that meditation with the intention of the day. What are my intentions for the day? And then in the evening, um, I also do journaling in the morning. So you can add that too, because it's a very, very powerful tool to really journal, because that way you can write down some of your tasks, your goals as well, and use that as a reflection tool. And then you can use that also as part of your evening rituals, right? Before your evening ends, meditation, reading. Reading is a great way. And you can read on various different books, reading or listening to various different books as well. It's not just reading, but you can also listen, Audible, for example, on self-care or self-help. You know, so really have a look at what your morning and your evening rituals, and really just practice self-care to really help you to tame that inner critic. So there you go. These are my short 5 tips for helping you to tame your inner critics. If you want to find out other tools, or you want to kind of look at a strategy to help you specifically, feel free to connect with me and we can organize a session so we can go through it. Have a lovely, lovely week. Bye.